helpers with me today.
Miss Samuel.
And even you, that's right. So we're gonna play a little game. We have a story about Samuel today. So Riker's gonna be Samuel, and somebody's gonna call him, and he has to guess who it is. If he gets it wrong, we're gonna say, go back to bed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
And here's Samuel. And here's Samuel.
Who was it?
Samuel.
Who was it? Can you guess? It was Colin. Switch places. Okay, here we go.
Here's Samuel.
Who was it?
Here, Riker.
Okay, in you go.
No!
Here's Samuel. Who was it?
Samuel.
Nope, go back to bed. Go back to bed.
Go back to bed. Come, Samuel.
Who was it?
Samuel.
Yep, it was Lincoln. Switch places.
Oh! Come here, Samuel.
Who was it? Who was it?
Samuel.
Who was it? Who called you?
You.
Go back to bed. Come, Samuel. Who was it?
Me.
Yeah, Samuel's you. Who called you?
You.
Yes, good job. All right, well, have fun with it.
All right, boys and girls, it's time for memory verse again. All right, so remember last week we broke it up into 3 parts. So let's start with the first part. Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are His. All right, let's try it again. Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are His. All right, we're going to move on to part 2. He changes the times and the seasons. He removes kings and He raises up kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding. All right, let's do that second part again. He changes the times and the seasons. He removes kings and He raises up kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding. All right, we're going to move on to part 3. Okay, He reveals deep and secret things. He knows what is in the darkness, and light dwells with Him. Daniel 2:20 through 22. Okay, let's try it again. He reveals deep and secret things. He knows what is in the darkness, and light dwells with Him. Daniel 2:20 through 22.
All right, last week we had this story about Samuel. Remember, he was a tiny baby, and his mama Hannah brought him to the temple just like she promised she would if she had a son. And now, here's Samuel working at the temple with Eli. Well, it was late at night, and they were both fast asleep in their beds. Okay. Right. Fast asleep in their bed. All of a sudden, Samuel heard something. Samuel!
What? Did you call me?
I did not call you. Go back to sleep.
Okay.
So Samuel went back to sleep. He was fast asleep. He just got back to sleep, and then he heard again. Samuel! Got up and he ran to Eli. He woke Eli up.
I didn't call you. Go back to sleep.
So Samuel went back to sleep again. He's fast asleep. And he hears again, Samuel. He runs out to Eli and says, did you call me?
Did you call me, Dad?
No, I didn't. Go back to sleep.
But this time, what did Eli tell him? This time he said, Samuel, if you hear it again, say, speak, Lord, I'm listening. So he went back to sleep. Samuel.
Speak, Lord, I'm listening.
God spoke to Samuel because Samuel was listening, and God gave him a message to give to Eli. The message wasn't really great. He didn't really want to tell Eli, but he chose to obey, and he gave the message. God used Samuel. He wasn't a big, tall man. He was just a boy, but God still used Samuel. And Samuel chose to obey God. He listened and he obeyed. Can you listen and obey? You might not hear God's verbal voice. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But if you read God's word and pray, you'll get closer to God and you'll know what he's telling you to do. God's word, the Bible, is where your instructions are at. Choose to obey. Listen and obey.
All right, so today's story was about Samuel and how he was laying in bed and he heard God call him. But he didn't know it was God at first. He thought it was Eli, but then Eli told him, nope, it's God calling you. So he was obedient when God called him again. So today we're going to make a craft that represents Samuel laying in his bed. So this is your bed. You're going to need cardstock like this and just cut a little triangle shape out of the top, fold it in half, and that's going to be his bed. Okay, and then here's Samuel. So we're going to put glue all over the back of him. And we're going to glue him down in his bed. Like that. Okay. Oh, this is his pillow. So you're going to want to put that under there. So let's put some glue on there. And that goes that right underneath his head. And then I have all these little different colors and shapes of construction paper. So you can glue them all over the bed just to make it fun. You can make it whatever color you want. You can actually color it if you want to. You don't have to use these. You can use paint, you can use markers, you can use crayons, whatever you'd like to do. But I thought I'd just put a little pattern on here, like a quilt. Okay. There you go.